Welcome to College Briefing. The content of the briefing includes HSC students stumped by apricots in first English exam. How Israel's internal divisions help spark the bloody Hamas massacre. ACT test scores for U.S. students drop to new 30-year low. Cambridge aims to double its number of unicorns by 2035. 6 generations of women on the power and passion of the pop icon. HSC students stumped by apricots in first English exam. The Sydney Morning Herald. Over 68,000 students in New South Wales, Australia, sat the English exam for the Higher School Certificate, HSC, on Wednesday. The exam included a range of unseen texts, such as a poem, an opinion article, and a novel extract. Some students struggled with interpreting the poem, which included references to apricots and bees. Overall, students found the exam questions to be fair and were able to draw on their knowledge of texts they had studied in class for the essay question. The HSC results and ATAR will be released on December 14. How Israel's internal divisions help spark the bloody Hamas massacre. The Sydney Morning Herald. Divisions within Israel, including protests against Benjamin Netanyahu's government, may have contributed to the recent brutal attacks launched by Hamas, according to Yaakov Amidror, former Israeli national security advisor. Iran has repeatedly stated that Israel is ripe for destruction, and reports suggest that Tehran was involved in preparing the attack. The protests and refusal of reservists to report for duty may have compromised Israel's military readiness and defense systems, leading to the intelligence failure and breakdown that allowed Hamas to overrun towns and villages and kill over 900 Israelis. The events are likely to have a significant impact on Israel's politics and society. ACT test scores for U.S. students drop to new 30-year low. The Toronto Star. High school students' scores on the ACT college admissions test have dropped to their lowest in more than 3 decades, showing a lack of student preparedness for college-level coursework, according to the nonprofit organization that administers the test. Scores have been falling for 6 consecutive years, but the trend accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. The average ACT composite score for U.S. students was 19.5 out of 36. Last year, the average score was 19.8. The average scores in reading, science, and math all were below benchmarks the ACT says students must reach to have a high probability of success in first-year college courses. Cambridge aims to double its number of unicorns by 2035. Financial Times. A partnership of universities, government and industry in Cambridge has unveiled a blueprint to boost growth in the city and double the number of multinational businesses to 40. The Innovate Cambridge initiative, which includes large firms such as AstraZeneca and Microsoft, aims to double the number of unicorns or privately held startups with a value of over $1 billion by 2035. The partnership also aims to increase innovation investment in partnership with Manchester and to strengthen the relationship between researchers and entrepreneurs in both cities. Cambridge has 5,500 businesses involved in research, development, or innovation. 6 generations of women on the power and passion of the pop icon. The Guardian. The Guardian has published a series of 6 essays on Madonna to mark her 60th birthday. The essays, featuring a range of voices, have been written by a 10-year-old and a 70-year-old, and cover topics including Madonna's sexiness, her role as a feminist, and her ability to reinvent herself. The articles explore the impact Madonna has had on popular culture, and also consider her legacy. Hensley makes field goal as time expires and Coastal Carolina gets first win at App State. Associated Press. Coastal Carolina's Cade Hensley kicked a game-winning 24-yard field goal as time expired to help the team beat Appalachian State 27-24. It was Coastal Carolina's first-ever win at Appalachian State after 6 consecutive losses. Grayson McCall threw for 373 yards and 2 touchdowns for Coastal Carolina, while C.J. Beasley ran for 21 yards before intentionally going to the ground at the 1-yard line to wind down the clock. Joey Aguilar threw for 305 yards and 2 touchdowns for Appalachian State. Defender Gerbig hoping to make Hong Kong World Cup call-up the first of many. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong footballer Oliver Gerbig has been named in the squad for the start of Hong Kong's World Cup qualifying campaign. The defender, who plays for Kitchi, has his sights set on the AFC Asian Cup finals next year. Gerbig has previously been part of under-20 and under-23 squads, but was told he had slipped down the pecking order because I was not playing professionally. Last year, Gerbig returned to the city of his birth to chase his dream of playing international football. Unbeaten Liberty already bowl eligible after 31-13 win over Jacksonville State. Associated Press. Liberty University defeated Jacksonville State 31-13 on Tuesday night, remaining undefeated with a 6-0 record. Quarterback Kaidon Salter threw 2 touchdown passes, while running back Quinton Cooley ran for 163 yards and 2 scores. The victory also made Liberty Bowl eligible for the 5th consecutive season. Vadiato throws for 2 TDs and Middle Tennessee eases past Louisiana Tech for first conference win. Associated Press. Middle Tennessee defeated Louisiana Tech with a final score of 31-23. Middle Tennessee quarterback Nicholas Vadiato threw for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also scored a rushing touchdown. Holden Willis caught a 60-yard touchdown pass from Vadiato to put Middle Tennessee ahead. Louisiana Tech attempted a comeback, but was unable to overcome Middle Tennessee's lead. Michigan coach Juwan Howard, in recovery mode, has a heart surgery friend in Nebraska's Fred Hoiberg. The Toronto Star. Michigan head coach Juwan Howard is recovering from heart surgery and has received support from Nebraska head coach Fred Hoiberg, who has previously undergone the same procedure. Hoiberg said he told Howard that he is available to answer any questions as he recovers from the surgery to remove an aortic aneurysm and repair his aortic valve. Michigan has said that Howard is expected to recover fully within 6 to 12 weeks and could be back on the court within 4 to 6 weeks. Howard's condition was found during a routine medical checkup. Howard will be absent from the sidelines as the season begins, with assistant coach Sadie Washington, who represented the team at the Big Ten Media Day, refusing to put a specific timeline on his return. Michigan's season starts on November 7 against the University of North Carolina at Asheville, and associate head coach Phil Martelli will serve as interim head coach until Howard returns. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the sixth dimension, here to bring you the latest news from around the world. Today, we covered a range of topics, from students struggling with apricots in an English exam to Israel's internal divisions sparking conflict with Hamas. We also discussed declining ACT scores in the US, Cambridge's plan to double its number of unicorns, Madonna's impact on popular culture, Coastal Carolina's historic win, Oliver Gerbig's World Cup call-up, Liberty University's bowl eligibility, Middle Tennessee's conference win, and Michigan coach Juwan Howard's recovery from heart surgery. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on these stories. First, we have to give credit to those HSC students down under for their valiant effort in deciphering the mysterious world of apricots and bees. It just goes to show that even the smallest fruit can cause quite a stir in the literary world. Moving on, Israel's internal divisions and protests may have inadvertently contributed to the recent conflict with Hamas. It seems that even the most united front can crumble under pressure. As for the ACT scores in the US, it's disheartening to see a lack of preparedness among high school students. But hey, at least they're consistent with their decline. In the realm of business, Cambridge is aiming to become the unicorn capital of the world. Double the unicorns, double the magic, right? Madonna, the queen of reinvention, continues to captivate audiences of all ages and inspire a new generation of artists. And in the world of sports, Coastal Carolina finally claimed victory over Appalachian State, proving that perseverance pays off. Lastly, we have Oliver Gerbig's dream of representing Hong Kong in the World Cup. It's a reminder that chasing our passions sometimes means taking risks and following our hearts. And speaking of dreams, Liberty University's win has made them bowl eligible once again. They're on fire. But let's not forget about Michigan coach Juwan Howard, who is currently recovering from heart surgery. It's heartwarming to see the support he's receiving from his colleague, Fred Hoiberg. It's a true testament to the camaraderie within the coaching community. So, my dear viewers, what are your thoughts on these stories? Do you have any questions or opinions to share? The floor is yours. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.